yeah, soft power, diplomatic capital, then terror, oil, China.
Soft power, terror, oil, China.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go.
Okay. So first on soft power, we kick out of soft power on their soft power is useless. So and we agree with that. But that also takes out their diplomatic capital because they don't understand what diplomatic capital is. What diplomatic capital is the ability for politicians can only do certain political actions because of a limited knowledge from the people and other politicians. Diplomacy, which they agreed was soft power, which Kerry uses as his peace talk, is how they solve for diplomatic capital. So and that is soft power. And since soft power is useless, they have no diplomatic capital. But also they dropped our answer on the impact, extend our so extend that and. So they have no impact there. There's not going to be any U.S. influence does not affect Middle East war at all. Then now on to terror. First, for terror, they say that there's minimal terror risk, but extend our MEHAM 11. There's a strong capacity for for terror. These terrorists have the weapons, and also extend our Iran will sponsor. Extend our Iran will sponsor Iran sponsored terrorism in Jenkins 12. So Iran terrorism is an urgent threat. This will happen, and Iran will sponsor extend from the entering their Iran won't sponsor. And then also they for the terror list term, they say that taking Cuba off the terror list will anger other countries, but that makes no sense whatsoever because the whole point of the terror list is so that these countries know that they're terrorists, and we can use it as leverage, which we can because because the terror list is what we use, so that has absolutely no effect. Also, they say that a successful terrorist attack has only a 1 in a million chance. But first of all, terrorists, it is extremely probable for there to be a terrorist attack. They will be effective, except our Walkerville Standing 9. But also, except our Saga 8, fifth nuclear terrorism is an existential threat. Don't underestimate the probability. So even if it is a 1 in a million chance, it's an existential threat. That means the entire destruction of the entire race. So it's extremely important that we act on it. All right, moving on to oil. For oil, extend our. They say that rigs have departed, but extend that there is drilling there, and that there is drilling there, and extend our ping. And then also they say that there's no impact to biodiversity, but extend our Craig 3, fourth of classification biodiversity comes extinction, open analysis, vital survival, entire biodiversity. The biodiversity is extremely vital because biodiversity is key to all sorts of checks and balances in the environment, and without all sorts of different species in each of their niches, which then affect other animals and plants, which then affects the entire world and leads to human extinction and complete extinction. So there's that. Also extend our Kozlov 10. There's a spill will devastate the marine environment, threatening endangered species. This spill would happen, and it would threaten these species. Yeah. All right. And then moving on to China first. They say that that China is in there, but and that China is far behind the U.S. But first, extend our National League 12. Except National League 12, it's far behind the U.S. And they say that that we admit that it's zero sum, but that's not true because DeCo is not saying that that anything that there would be trade-off because of anything with it doesn't make sense that how they apply the euro into this because it doesn't matter. That's not what trade-off is. Also, they talk about how the plan eliminates motive, but but extend our, but that doesn't. I'm sorry, moving on. Also, they say that there's that we didn't mention any other resources, but we did. There's Africa, for example, where they have a lot of which they have. There's also Russia. We've mentioned these in our cards. It's in our cards, and also for the we've mentioned, so extend from China, our NYT 8 card and our Nationally 13. There's no zero sum, and then also extend.
You guys need prep? Oh yeah, we're gonna take them. You guys have 5 for each.